Right. So he's going to find out. Let's just call them John and Julie Kelly. Julie Kelly and John Forrest. John Forrest and Judy Kelly. Let's just call them that for now. Um, he's going to find out that she knew he was going to be at the races that day. And then he accuses her of putting the spell on him to make him fall in love with her. But she'll say, I knew you were going to be there, but I didn't know that it was going to end like this. I thought that you were going to help me save the king. I didn't know that it was going to end up with us falling in love sort of thing. And he'll be like, I don't believe you. Um, I know you're a succubus and I know all about it. Yeah, I looked it up, like that sort of thing. And breaks her heart, and she's like, and he's like, yeah, calls her a succubus. She's like, how dare you? She tells him about her bloodline, the thunder, the clouds come rolling in like the blue skies cover up. You see the horses run off, and because he's upset her. Remember like when they took the Heartstone from Te Fiti and Moana, how she turned into a volcano? It's like that, because he's insulted her bloodline, because she's like fairy and earth elemental royalty, and he's just called her a succubus sort of thing. So the clouds come rolling in, the thunder and all of that, and it doesn't stop raining. It just doesn't stop raining because he's broken her heart. Because the love of your life, it's not, she she fell in love with him, not expecting that when she got there that day to save the king, that it would end up with them being together. She thought that he would help expose who the bad guy was, or to help protect the king or whatever. That's all she knew. She hadn't been told anything else. She wasn't looking for it because like she'd given up ever thinking that it was ever going to happen, and he didn't bother trying either, because that's the curse. And so, yeah, he accuses her of being a succubus, and she's like, how dare you? And then it doesn't stop raining. And then when he figures it out, and, he has the key, and they put it together, and then they kiss, the rain stops, and the sun comes out. So, yeah, she knew he was going to be there. He's talking to a friend of hers or something, and she'll say, she wore that just for you because she knew that you liked red or something. And he'll think, well, how does she know? And then because he'll say, how do you know I like red? She'll say, like, I knew you were going to be there, but I wore the red to get your attention because I needed you to look my way or something, so that you could help me expose who it was that was trying to threaten the monarchy, that sort of thing. Like, she did something innocent that he mistook to be something black magic, and then called her a succubus, and then, yeah, how dare you? And then she's going to give him this, I am the granddaughter of blah blah blah, the king of this and the blah blah blah, and the yada of the fairies, and these lands are green because I'm here, and the flowers grow and all that because of the sacrifices the people in my family made so that the people of this land could eat, like that sort of thing. And then the rain clouds will come over, and there'll be thunder and lightning, and the horses will run off, and you hear the sheep bleating, and everyone starts shutting their doors, and yeah, because he's like, when he's driving off, everyone in the village will give him filthy looks like, you did this. There's a dark cloud, there's rain clouds over us now because of you. Wherever he goes, the rain will follow. So, yeah. And then he'll get the call. And then when he's going through the box, he'll have the key with the letter. And then he knows exactly what to do. I've got to take you the green key. The green moon key. Because you have like pink moons, red moons, black moons, green moons. But yeah, he'll have the key. And I know what to do. And he runs to take you the key. But when he gets there, she's not there. She's already gone. So when he turns around and goes back, she's there waiting for him. She was there waiting the whole time. So, because she figured it out too. Do you have the key? Or the sister, I don't know. Did maybe the sister tell her to get on the plane? No, because, no. Why would she be going to the sister's house? Think. Why, she needs a reason to go to the sister's house? Because she wouldn't be going back to make up to him because he insulted her entire bloodline. He insulted like her bloodline, her nation, all the women in her family, all the knights and kings and all that she has in her bloodline. Like he just insulted it because of his fear of love. He'd never been in love before, and he assumed that this had to be fake because real love doesn't feel this good. Real love doesn't feel like that. You don't feel like you totally belong with someone you've never met before 30 seconds after you've met them, and you feel like you're like the king of the earth with this person because you're so at home with them, and it freaks him out. So in his mind he's thinking, well, it's got to be a curse. A friend, he's talking to his editor back in London or something. Oh, she's probably got a curse on you. Oh, she's probably a succubus. What's a succubus? Look it up. Oh my God, she's a succubus. So then he gets it in his head. So then she confronts him. You're the one that exposed, that told people who I was and all that sort of thing. And he goes, you put a spell on me. You're a succubus. Yeah, that's right. I looked it up. You put a spell on me to force me to come here because you wanted to marry me because you just want a husband. And she's like, that's not even how it works, sort of thing. And yeah, and then he's like, yeah, and he calls her and she's like, how dare you? Lightning, clouds come rolling over. Everybody in the village knows what it means, and everybody in the village stops what they're doing and goes inside and shuts the doors. All the businesses shut the doors and windows. And then when he's like driving away after she kicks him out of the village, they're all looking at him as if to say, you did something to her, like we're blaming you for this. Don't come back. Sort of thing. And then yeah, he'll get the phone call and then he flies home. I'm thinking maybe could he be from London, or if because I'm thinking if they're taking flights a lot, it might be best if maybe he's from London and she's from Ireland, or like he's from Iceland. If he was from like Iceland, he'd maybe understand the kind of folklore though, and he doesn't. So I'm thinking maybe he's from like London. And she's Irish. Because then it can explain why he can like just take a quick flight home, and why when he gets the call on that, and why she can get on a plane and be there and yada blah blah blah. So I know what it is. Okay, I know he gets the phone call to say the mother's died. They're going through the stuff looking for the thing. He finds the key. He gets on the plane. He flies over to Ireland to go to her, and she's not there, and he thinks she's gone. Because like there's a for sale site, like he thinks she's gone. So he gets back on the plane and she's at the sister's house because she heard the mother died. And so she goes over to lend her support to him and the sister and that, because like, your mother's died, and when your mum dies it's, and so that's, yeah. So then they'll go inside and put the keys in the thing, and then it'll go all the way back to the oldie worldy days where she's about to be hung. And just as the thing's about to drop, it turns her into a burst of light, and she gets to fly away into the heavens, and she dies completely free of pain. So, because it'll turn out that the pain wasn't from the fact that he broke her heart and it led to her execution. It's the fact that she knew her broken heart was going to curse her female bloodline. That's what it'll turn out to be. And there you go. What a beautiful love story that's going to be. See, now in an ideal world, I could set all of this up and start now here in the United Kingdom. But that's never, ever, ever going to happen with the Labour or Tories in government, because they're not good to the people. They're not leaderships that care about the people. I'll pay out more in tax and fines and penalties and fees and legal bollocks with those two governments trying to build what I'm building here than I would with like Jeremy Corbyn's party. People are so mean to him, they're slaughtering his reputation. But somebody like him, he's the sort of leader I know would absolutely encourage entrepreneurs like me. Some of us had to wait until we were a little bit older to be able to be given these positions. And I had a lot to learn. I had to harness my supernatural powers and all that, to be very careful what I write, which is why a lot of this stuff I have to make up folklores and make up things, because I have to be careful what I write so I don't manifest it in real life. I have to use that stuff for bringing bad people down and proving a point on behalf of God. But, you know, for now, even just what I've told you with this RomCom, we'll just call it the keys for now. Wouldn't it make for a great radio story? Setting the picture, having the voice actors come in and say their lines, and kind of like the Notebook sort of thing, but said over the radio. And then we could turn it into a movie, but with no famous people. In an ideal world, they'd probably have someone like Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts or something. Notting Hill, but no, I want them to be complete unknowns. And then it'll be the kids helping with all the kids that want to get into making movies. The kids will be helping the mentors and that, working the cameras and the lighting and the sounds and the sets and the stage, like anything like that. But I'm thinking, yeah, if your last name is Kelly and his last name is Forrest, John Forrest, Julia Kelly. I'm just getting Julia from Mayo Callahan. Her name was Julia Mary, but they called her May O'Callahan. So we'll call her Julia Kelly for now. And he's John Kelly or something like that. Oh, sorry, John Forrest. So when they come together, she's Julia Kelly Forrest. And that's like, that puts, that's like the pairing. When the keys come together and it breaks the curse, and it lifts the curse of the lands around the Kelly Forest, and that maybe she was hung in the Kelly Forest. Maybe back in the day his ancestor hung her ancestor using a tree from the Kelly Forest or something. Used her own bloodline to end her life or something like that. Used a tree from the Kelly Forest, used the grandmother tree to hang her, or, and it cursed the lands around the Kelly Forest. So, and all like Irish farms and British farms and that, they're passed down from generation to generation. It might actually be a nice way to have a wee poke at the way they're treating farmers and their hereditary tax and all that. It can be like a subtle dig at that. But yeah, okay, so that's it. So that's how they're going to have the fight. But he's going to trace her back to her coat. She's going to know that he has a thing for unusual coats, or that she's going to know that he likes to wear different coats or something. So she knows the coat she wears is going to get his attention because it's unusual. It's like it's going to stand out somehow. But she's thinking it's to help her get the king's attention, making sure that his eyes are on her so that he's watching her while she does this thing, because she knows that he'll get the story out and it will bring the conspiracy theorists or bring the people out to trace back who did what and where and why and how and blah. And then, linking it back to who it is and why and all that sort of thing. And then they're like, but who was that woman? How did she know to do that at the right time? Why did the horse act that way? How did they bring that up on the camera, on the TV screen, like that sort of thing? But she needed to make sure that she was wearing something to specifically get that man's attention at that time, knowing that it would lead him to her, but she thought it would be to help her, like I said, expose who it was that did it. She didn't know the person was going to get exposed so quick. She didn't know that he would end up tracking her back to her village or whatever. She was just trying to get his attention so that his camera was on her, because maybe he's like I said, a Piers Morgan type. People listen to what he says. He has a lot of media focus and attention and media clout in that. So she chose him specifically because of the popularity of his shows, or his radio shows rather, his news articles, his columns. But nobody knows what he looks like. He uses a pseudonym. He has a radio show or something like that, a news column, something like that, but it's popular. And if he puts photos up, it's like fake AI, like it's all fake. And yeah, he accidentally exposes her. Well, he doesn't accidentally expose. Well, he does expose her. He exposes her within he starts sort of putting it out there who she is pretty much as soon as he gets there. Like, he exposes her and it gives her all that attention she doesn't want. And then he realises, I've put her in danger, what the hell have I done? They have that fight. She finds out it was him. They have that fight. And then he, goes off, and then, I know what to do. I'm going to expose myself as a fake. And it's going to, end my career, but then I'll get to just shed that old skin and just be who I really am and go and be with her. And that, the whole thing, he's going to be when he's on the plane, he'll be, or when he's at the airport with his sister, he's going to say, I know that what I was feeling was real love, but I tried to convince myself that it wasn't, because I was afraid of loving her, because I don't want to lose her. I didn't want to lose her, and I ended up pushing her away. Why do you push people away that you love the most, sort of thing? Why am I so scared? And the sister say it's because of the curse. Because it's only the men on his side of the family who don't find real love, and only the women on her side of the family. So what his ancestor did to her ancestor back in the day, cursed the male bloodline. And the result of her having a broken heart over it cursed the female bloodline. So when the two of them come together and all is forgiven, past life debts, blah, 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 they come together, because then he protected her. He came in to be like the knight in shining armour. He came in on his noble steed and did the right thing to protect her, because then he realised that if she gets hurt or damaged or scared or anything, like, it affects everything around you. It affects the environment, and it affects the planet, it affects the country, like that sort of thing. And he's like when he realises what he's done, and like he puts it all together, yeah. So then the two of them come together, and he mends the broken heart of her ancestor from back in the witch trials, and as a result, it lifts the curse off the son in the movie, John, because he ended up paying off karmic debt for his ancestor that broke the love of his life's heart. So that brings me to something very interesting. And it may have something to do with past lives after all, in more ways than one. Because I have had a dream this whole time, I think I've mentioned it before, where I was a Jewish girl and I was friends with someone who ended up becoming like a Nazi, like an SS officer, and he dogged me in, like he betrayed me, he got me killed. I was hiding. I used to have these reoccurring dreams. I was hiding under like these bodies, and then I went to run and hide behind the house, and he came in and he saw me hiding in the kitchen of this house, and he called the guards, and I got taken away. And yeah, but in this case, and because I had said maybe in this life he's going through what he's going through because he's got to make up for what he did in our past life in World War II. Like, yeah, him throwing me under the bus cost me my life, but in this life, he saves me from being thrown under the bus, so to speak. That's what I said. And then it pays off past life debt. But then I'm thinking with May O'Callaghan, maybe I'm helping her pay off some past life debt, because maybe she dobbed some people into the communists. So, there could be some past life stuff weaving throughout this whole movie storyline. The Green Moon Key. The Green Moon Key. What's the Green Moon Key? He has the Green Moon Key. When you put the keys together, it's the phases of the moon. So that would be the strawberry moon, the orange moon, the black moon, the green moon. They're real moons. It could be that, because they could represent, oh my God, they could represent all the different. The black moon could be my nana's necklace and earrings. The strawberry moon would be Mum's ruby ring. The green moon would be my green stone. The orange moon would be the fire stone, the diamond. And then maybe that unlocks the diamond moon. And then maybe that unlocks the green moon. The daughter, Roisin. So she would be what breaks the curse. She's the rose. When they open the box, when they put the key in and open the box, there's a rose. There's a rose in the middle of the box, like it's a little budding rose. Put it in the garden, put the placenta of the daughter under the rose, and the rose will feed the earth forever. Something like that. Because in my culture, when we have our babies, we put our placenta, the afterbirth, we put it back in the ground, and then we plant a tree, usually like a fruit tree or like a flowering tree. Our way of giving back to the planet, giving back to Papatūānuku, because it enriches the soil around it, like it puts all the vitamins and minerals in there, and everything around it. Everything grows fast. Everything grows healthy. Yeah. So when they put the key, all the moons are put together, all the keys are put together in the box, and they turn it, and it's a rose. It's like a little tiny rose, and then you take it out and plant it. That's just given me an idea for remember I said about the posy boxes. That's just given me a brilliant idea. I'm just not going to say, but it's pure, proper, gorgeous magic. Oh my God, yep, pure, proper, gorgeous magic. So, yeah, so she's gonna, a rose is gonna grow out, she's gonna take it in the garden. It's like fertility and abundance and forever love and passion and romance and loyalty and resilience, because like roses can pretty much grow anywhere. And then she's pregnant, and then they'll just say, and then she put the afterbirth in the ground, and the rose flourished, and the soil from around that they used to grow the apple trees and the this and the ground. It said that the grass was so good that the sheep fed on, or that the wool that they produced was twice as warm, and the milk that the cows produced from the grass they ate was twice as rich and 4 times as creamy. And the dairy farms around the area started making money because people couldn't get enough of their dairy products, and like that sort of thing. Ooh. So I think I'm going to call it The Keys for now. Probably there's already a movie called The Keys. And we'll call it The Keys. I'll think of something, but there we go. So how lovely is that?